Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the Get Speaking Gigs community. This is Tim David, and I have an exciting video for you today. You're going to see a lot of visual things happening, a lot of visual changes, and I'm excited. I'm excited to reveal my new office setup transition. The transition. I'm not revealing the new office by any means, but I am revealing the office transition. This is phase one. We've painted the ceiling so far. But I figure, while I'm remodeling, while I'm finally getting my turn at the office, see, we moved in 4 years ago, maybe 5, and all of the other remodels have happened other than the kitchen. And now it's my turn to do the basement. And here we go. So it's a basement office, if you couldn't tell by the window that's this wide. All right, so let's go ahead and show you the difference between this webcam and a Sony ZV-1. I don't know if it's a DSLR camera. I don't know it's just the Sony ZV-1. I don't know anything about cameras, but this one was recommended. And here's the difference. Oh, it's much cleaner. It's much crisper, right? Now I have to shave like every time I go on a broadcast. You can see like every individual little hair. So that's the first edition, and you'll notice that I have the Sony ZV-1 right up here, propped on a little desk clamp tripod thing with a ring light attached to it. This is my filler light. I'm also using, and let me show you, probably a better angle would be to show you on my phone. I'm also using this for filler light. Right? These windows are nicely positioned. So that is pretty cool as well. I also have this A10 Mini hooked up. I also have the Stream Deck hooked up. So I'm now able to do what you have just seen me do, which is switch between camera angles. Hello, way up there. And back to the Sony ZV-1. And also able to plug in my phone and hook that into the A10 Mini as well. So I can literally say, hey, last time on the mastermind, we went on LinkedIn and we talked about LinkedIn strategies. Here's where you go on LinkedIn. Here's a little button. Here's exactly where to find it. That kind of stuff, I think, is going to be very, very helpful on my presentations as well. The final view that I have is the PowerPoint view. That is the final view that I have. So I'm able to, take my my clicker here and, change slides or whatever. Let me show you here on the A10. So you can see over here, this is the PowerPoint display that you were just looking at. And I have my clicker and I can go back and forth if I turn the clicker on, back and forth between different slides and do a presentation that way as well. One thing I did not do is turn on my backlight, and that is simply because I forgot. So let's see what it looks like with the backlight. Part of the reason I got the ZV-1, by the way, is I will be turning this entire setup around, turning it completely around. So there's going to now be depth of field. In fact, you'll notice if I put my hand back here, there is an extra blur, and I'll show you what the effect looks like when it's turned off. All right, so you can kind of see pretty clearly around the edges here. You see pretty clearly my hand, but if I turn this baby on, it kind of, is that even the right button? I can't even tell if that's the right button, but it's supposed to blur. Maybe it's just not far enough. See, that's why I'm flipping this whole setup around, getting rid of this huge, cumbersome bar, right? This is big, it's heavy, it takes up a lot of space. We're removing some brickwork over here, and we're going to have a lot of extra room. Let me show you what the layout of this room looks like and how it's going to be a little bit strange, a little bit weird, admitted. And I think we're going to have some some work to do, right? So yeah, I'm going to be in the lower left-hand corner, flipped around, and all that weird jaggy stuff is going to be behind me. A lot of this is brickwork, and it's got to be painted and all kinds of stuff. But should be a blast, should be fun. That is going to be the new office setup. Now, here's the takeaway. Anybody who joins me on a live stream, especially a random one like this, right? Especially a random one like this, will certainly walk away with some kind of nugget, some kind of takeaway. That is my goal in the Get Speaking Geeks world, is to be educational, right? Not just say, hey, look, here's a behind the scenes. This is what I'm working on. This is what I'm up to. This is what I'm excited about. Look, I can change views. How cool is that? Whatever. The takeaway is always be improving. I think that's a simple, obvious takeaway. Also, even though the pandemic is different now and meetings are back now, there is in no way, shape, or form a future that does not contain virtual presenting. So be ready for it. Be prepared for it. Get your hardware, your software. I am using StreamYard as well to get this to the various Facebook and YouTube channels that we have in the Get Speaking Gigs world. By the way, if you are not yet a member of the Get Speaking Gigs Facebook group, I have just posted a link in the chat. Some of our formats, it will work, some it won't. I believe YouTube, it will work. And that is the Facebook link right there, the Facebook group. So that's how you get notified. It'll pop up on your stream that, hey, we're doing a live stream. So always be improving, always look to up the game. Remember, here's the difference. Here's the difference between sort of the standard webcam versus a decent camera with ability now to have different angles if I want to do something a little wider or broader, have more of a high production value feel for my clients. So virtual is here to stay, even if meetings go back to in-person completely, which they won't. Even if they do, there is still plenty of opportunity for you to add on virtual follow-up. You can add on virtual trainings. You can add on virtual experiences before they even hire you. So imagine doing a sales call on Zoom like this. Imagine having that much higher level of professionalism, right? So anyway, that's what I've imagined. It took me forever to really get on the ball. For a long, long time, I just had the green screen behind me, and I just was able to swap out different logos and backdrops and things like that. But I'll tell you, this is a lot more fun, and it gives a lot more tools at your disposal. In fact, speaking of different tools that you have at your disposal, coming up is, surprise, surprise, the dates are in May. It is the Next Stage Speaking Summit. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. So let's hide that banner so you can see. Oh, my name is there too. I wonder how to get rid of that. I wonder. There's probably a way. I just don't remember how to do it on StreamYard. So that's another reason why I'm doing this. I'm not going to lie. Another reason I'm doing this is because I have an interview coming up for the Next Stage Speaking Summit that I am recording. And look, I don't want to be embarrassed by technology. Like right now, I'd love to be able to do picture in picture, and I cannot. I cannot do picture in picture here. I could show you my phone and then go picture in picture so that you can see my two girls there. We got caricatures done. That's my phone backdrop down in Disney. Or I could just turn off the old picture in picture. So, but I this is why I'm doing this. This is like a little run through, a little practice. In fact, you know what? It helps to have audiences. It helps to have opportunities to practice, even if you're just recording it for yourself to watch back later. Try these things out. Here's lesson number 2. That's it right there. Try things out if they don't work, right? If those of you who are like afraid of technology or whatever, jump on YouTube, type in, how do I do this? And just start trying stuff, start piecing stuff together. It's incredible what people have been able to do, regardless of budget, regardless of space that they have. People on the internets are smart. People out there in the World Wide Webs are pretty crafty, and they come up with all kinds of amazing ideas and solutions. And just try stuff. If it doesn't work, try it again. Figure things out, and Google is your friend. So my next project is working on getting picture in picture while switching over to PowerPoint. And I think I know how to do that in OBS. So that will end the broadcast there. Play around with OBS some more. And then I have an interview of a world famous speaker for the Next Stage Speaking Summit coming up this morning. And it won't be broadcast until the summit. May 2022. I think it's the 9th through the 13th are our scheduled dates. So get over to nextstagesummit.com and be sure to register so that you do not miss a single day of this 5-day mega summit on how to get more speaking gigs and have more fun, create more impact in an industry that desperately needs you right now. All right, that is it from me. As always, we'll end each broadcast with speak soon.